Good evening, guys. Welcome back. Grand Finals actions. Not only is it Grand Finals actions, this is Grand Finals game number 3. iZone Gigabyte up against Gigabyte iDeal in their Gigabyte Esports Tournament. This is a all Gigabyte affair. We have got iZone Gigabyte over on the Sentinel side. They've also got the first pick, so they did a re-roll for this. I think iDeal either selected to be on Scourge or selected to be on the second pick. They must have been happy with one of those two options, so they're going to have second pick as well as the Scourge side. Scourge side obviously being close to the Roshan, sometimes having second pick can have its strategic advantages. You do get 2 picks to counter your opponent's first pick, whichever strong Imba hero they get. It does just mean you have to sort of ban out some of those really tough cookies like the Naga Siren, unless you have a strategy prepared to deal with it. We will see anyways, the bans and picks will quickly race through because the teams are doing just a great job of that, are racing on through. It's going to be a Lone Druid, Prophet, Ancient Apparition ban from iZone. The Ancient Apparition, something they've banned out a few times, and I think they just really know that iDeal like to use it. Prophet and Lone Druid as well have not got to see much play by iDeal because of these non-stop bans. They do really love playing with it, but not going to be in the pool. iDeal, they ban out the Naga Siren, the Lycan, and the Rubik. Rubik, a favored support hero, and that's always going to be the problem. That's the problem with the iZone team, is that sometimes their trial lanes, they lack initiation. Game 1, they had a CM and Ancient Apparition trial lane. Didn't work out too well. Game 2, well, it was an ES and Rubik as support. They had great initiation. It worked out for them. They got some kills. They got some farm. They won the trial lane, and, well, it worked out pretty honkadory for them. So they need the initiation, and they picked up a trial lane hero who definitely needs some initiation. You've got the Morphling trial lane. We're going to see Morphling with 2 other heroes. And, well, that's worked out for them. They've had Morphling the last 2 games. Game number 1, it didn't work out for them. They had Paul on him. Game number 2, Joven turned things around with his very, very powerful farm Morphling. Nothing to take away from Paul, who did play a fantastic puck in game number 2. Really actually set up a lot of kills, a lot of great team fights, and played fantastically. So he did redeem himself for any poor performances in game 1, which was just a tough trial lane to deal with. We're going to see what Gigabyte iDeal can do. They picked up the ES and Windrunner with their first 2 picks. I like these 2 heroes. Very stable, very safe. Grand Finals game number 3. Well, now's the time when most teams will go safe. I mean, a lot of teams will say go big or go home, but when it comes down to it, as far as picks and bans are concerned, that's where you stay safe. With your play, that's where you have to go big or go home. You don't want to do anything that you're not comfortable with the picks and bans. You're not going to see teams pulling anything completely out of the hat unless they have a pocket strategy, which they've practiced, which they've prepared. Maybe just one sort of unique hero, but they're not going to do an all-out bizarre draft, which may completely fail. They're going to go with what's safe, what works, what they're comfortable with. For iZone Gigabyte, that's a puck solo as well as a Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin is being used by iDeal the last 2 games, so they deny it from iDeal for one thing. They also get it themselves, and I mean, Pinot teams, they love their Templar Assassin, so we'll see iDeal pick up the Bat Rider right off the bat, and that's, well, I'm thinking solo mid Bat Rider just to counter the Templar Assassin. Maybe iZone lane differently to deal with that, but it looks to me like we're going to see Bat Rider used as a semi-counter, or maybe not even laning against each other, but at least sort of as a mid-game counter to the Templar Assassin. They do pick up the Bat Rider. A hero who's sort of fallen out of fashion as of late, but for a while he was very popular, especially in the Chinese scene in Dota 1, and even in the Southeast Asian scene. He was a top pick for a long, long time, but is now out of fashion. Anyways, guys, we're going to jump into this game. For those of you who don't know, I'm GoDz from GoDz, your commentator and host for the GEST IDC English stream. We're going to hop in this game and keep a closer eye on the teams and players who matter. iZone Gigabyte on the central side, iDeal Gigabyte on the Scourge side. This is your GEST IDC Grand Finals. Game number 3, guys. Get pumped, get psyched, tell your friends, let everyone know on Facebook, Twitter, Mumble, whatever you do, use Skype. Just tell them, anyone who you think might want to watch this who doesn't know about it, they should know about this. This is your GEST IDC. Hashtag GEST IDC on Twitter if you'd like. We're going to see a Venomancer picked up 4th by iDeal. Picking up just one of the, I believe their other support option, unless they want to do the Veno versus Linnea at mid. That's always a possibility. Veno's another hero who really can lane well. You've got all the poison damage. You've also got the Firefly. They've got 2 great heroes to put against Templar Assassin. One will be mid. We'll be able to tell from their last pick here. If they pick up another support, well, it looks like Veno mid and Bat Rider. Well, no, Bat Rider, I guess. Yeah, Bat Rider as a solo and then Windrunner in the tri lane, which is always possible. But it's most likely going to be Veno support with Bat Rider at mid, Windrunner in the safe lane, and then a tri lane with ES, Veno, and some kind of a carry. What carry do they want? Well, that's the question with this last pick. Anti-Mage didn't work out for them last game. Do they go for it again? I don't think so. This game does not look like a friendly Anti-Mage game. Linnea with so much physical damage. So much burst damage as well. Puck with the silence. Undying does fairly well against AM. CM actually, I mean, Frostbite is a great spell to have. It cancels Blink. I feel it's a great hero to have against an AM. So I should just stop talking about AM because we're not going to see an AM. We're going to see a Bounty Hunter last pick for Gigabyte iDeal. This is I like this somewhat. You got the vision of the you got the vision of the Templar Assassin. You have the track to scan him out, but I mean, Templar Assassin isn't a hero who relies on the meld for escaping anyways, because I mean, well, when you meld, you can't move, you're stuck there. The other team can wait, they can bring sentries, they can bring dust. It's not like a Windwalk where you Windwalk, it makes you faster, it makes you invis, and it helps you escape. Meld doesn't really help you escape. It's more a damage dealing spell, but we're going to see how these two teams do in a lane this, and it's something not quite how I would have expected. Gigabyte iDeal over on the Scourge team, looking to bring Thailand their first GEST IDC championship. SD playing the Bounty Hunter. He's moved himself around from support windrunner in game 1, carry anti-mage in game 2. He's now the solo safe lane Bounty Hunter. So he has played absolutely anything and everything this series. Batrider at mid being played by TF, the lone druid from game number 1. I believe he was the Darkseer from game number 2. Now playing the Batrider in game number 3. Over at the bottom lane, we've got NN playing the Earthshaker, much like he was in game number 1, a game which iDeal did manage to win. Game number 2, he was the Tidehunter. We've got Up playing the Venomancer, the Puck from game number 1, the support Crystalline from game number 2, and then finally BZ, the Templar Assassin that we all know and love from last game. I believe it was a Leshrac against Mineski. It was a Templar Assassin in both the last 2 games. He did play a Leshrac earlier on today when Templar Assassin was banned. We're going to see him playing the Windrunner, and it looks like it may be a tri-lane Windrunner. Or at least a dual lane. Yes. Thinking about where he wants to go. May just drop a ward on the high ground here at mid lane. We'll help out the Batrider, who will be up against a Puck. Anyways, guys, over on the central side, looking to bring the Philippines their 200th GEST IDC championship. I kid myself. It's going to be their 6th. This is the GEST IDC number 7. Uh-oh. Oh, a lot of damage going down on Bounty Hunter. This is the 7th GEST IDC. Philippines has won 5 of the 6 so far. The one they didn't win going to Orange Esports. They look to bring the 6th championship to the Philippines. It is iZone Gigabyte, a team yet to win a GEST IDC. They've had 3 or 4 second place finishes. They've come so close so many times. They're so familiar with this position, being in the grand finals, and so many of those grand finals having gone to 3 games, but they never seem to come out on top, losing 2 in a row to Pacific.Emaxx. I believe losing 1 as well to MSI Evolution Gaming Team. And I think if we go far enough back, they may have also lost to Orange Esports, I think, in that one month, that Orange one. But we are going to see FA, which is, of course, Yu-Wei playing the Morphling. So, a different Morphling player each of the 3 games. Game number 1, we had Paul playing. Game number 2 was Joven playing. This game is Yu-Wei. Ewei, I should say, I believe. Oh, someone corrected me. Playing the Morphling. We've got Kel playing the Undying, who is the captain. We've got Crystal Main in the hands of SK or Atong. Over at the mid lane, we have got Paul playing the Puck, the same area he played last game. Then finally, Templar Assassin in the hands of Joven. He's the player to look out for, but, well, not much to look out for when he's up against such a strong dual lane. Meanwhile, mid lane, speaking of strong lanes, Batrider has found his hands on the Puck. Puck can orb his way out of this one. The Firefly, though, does manage to do a lot of damage. Puck and ES, you're going to have to get out of there. Batrider. Sorry, Batrider and ES going to get out of there. Batrider taking a bit of damage from the tower there. He does have that ring of protection for that very reason, so he can tower dive a bit better, take slightly less damage from those physical attacks. Puck, though, salving himself up. Full magic stick as well. He's going to be just perfectly fine at this middle lane. I worry, though. Joven, he's not going to have the start he wants. And I love what iDeal has done with his lane. Mid lane, solo Batrider, bottom lane, Venomancer, Windrunner lane. There's no lane where this Linnea can go to farm safely. He doesn't want to be up against either Batrider or Venomancer. Both are great candidates to Templar Assassin, and we're seeing it at bottom lane. He can't farm. He can't really go near the creep wave. He can't even get up that bottom. Mid lane, he would struggle against the Batrider. That's why they send him bottom. They don't send him mid because they know Batrider's going to be mid. They can't really send him top because it's damn risky. They wish he was top against the Bounty Hunter. Sure, Bounty Hunter has the track at level 6, but early laning stages, Templar Assassin does great against Bounty Hunter. But if you send Templar Assassin top, and then they send Veno top maybe. Veno Bounty Hunter lane, then, well, same thing happens. Templar Assassin can't farm. So, the number 1 priority for iDeal this game is shutting down this Templar Assassin. They're not worried about the Puck. They will have to be worried about the Morphling a bit later on, but for now, they're only worried about Templar Assassin. Morphling's the hero who needs a lot of farm before he can start having those big impacts on the game. So we will see them just make sure they get him shut down. Bounty Hunter at top. Not having the best time farming so far. But now it is going to be a matter of time before he will find himself maybe getting ganked out. Let's basically see some sentries, some dust coming to this central side. Crystal Maiden, just with Observer Ward so far. It has picked up a DD round, I'd say. Probably doesn't want to go gank top because, well, it's a bounty hunter. You can't gank. Probably maybe wants to try swing around. Go for a kill on mid on the Bat Rider. Of course, this is Dota 1. You cannot Frostbite during Firefly. So Dota 2, it does work, but Dota 1, it does not. So maybe another hero who is quite hard to kill. There's mid lane Bat Rider, forcing Puck on the back foot. Puck still with a full magic stick here. May just want to throw off some nukes and use it. It does regen the mana. And then, well, Bat Rider has to keep using sticking napalms if he ever goes for a kill. Although with that said, oh, is that the bottle? No, no bottle up as of yet for Paul. He does have his own dedicated courier, and oh man, bottom lane. This Linnea cannot lane whatsoever. ES has even come as well, so it's pretty much a tri-lane bottom. ES may want to wander back bottom, look for another kill in this Puck, but that's not an easy kill to get. Speaking of kills, top lane, they're going in on Bounty Hunter. They're just trying to... I don't think they're realistically thinking they can get this kill. They just want to force him back, get him low, make it so he can't defend, and then, well, they'll chip away on this tower. They'll even maybe get this tower given enough time. Actually, they're going to get the kill. First blood. I take back my words. I eat my own foot. E-Wave picks up the first blood, waving on through. He came out of invis, I believe, to eat a tango, and then pays for it with his life. The crystal to the Frost Nova, setting it up, followed up by a waveform, and they get the first blood there. Going to the Morphling as well. Morphling, 29 creeps at 4.5 minutes. I would say he's missed maybe 1 or 2 creeps. That is literally 1 or 2 creeps. There's, what, 8 creeps per minute. 4 creeps in each wave, 8 in a minute, and we're at, what, about to hit 5 minutes. So, you guys do the math. 5 times 8 is about 40. He's at 33 at the moment, but we'll see what he's at after this creep wave. I think after this, if we add these 4, we're up to 37. So I think he's missed 3 creeps altogether, as we will see a gank. They're roaming in towards mid lane. They want this Bat Rider, who is level 6. Doesn't matter that he's level 6. All that matters is that he's level 1 and has the Firefly. I should say all that matters is that the Firefly is not on cooldown and is in fact being casted, allowing him to fly over terrain. He gets out of there, avoiding the gank attempt number 1. They're going to go around again. See him looking once more. Ward, I believe, spotting. No, that's an iZone ward. There's one by iDeal on the other side, spotting out the Crystal Main. So Bat Rider sees this coming. He's got the ward, he's got the vision, and he's going to see. Anytime CM comes on top, he just runs down this way. And by now, Firefly is going to be about back up. They don't have any stuns. They've only got the 1 slow. It's not going to be enough to actually kill him, unless they can get off a Frostbite before he pops the Firefly, which isn't going to happen.
Players' forces are under attack.
We will see top lane Morphling continuing to get ridiculous amounts of farms. 36, 37 creep kills. I mean, we compare that to what the farming Windrunner has. 25, and this is pretty much a free farming Windrunner. Windrunner has not really been contested here by a Templar Assassin, but is a good 12, 15 CS behind the Morphling. Okay, they're pushing the lane a bit more. There's more potential for missing CS here compared to the top lane where they're keeping equilibrium. They're also going to get a tower at bottom. But I mean, look at this top lane. They could even go for a tower here. They're diving the tower. Sentry Ward number 1 gets bopped. It's not going to get the kill, and that's a wasted Sentry Ward, because not only do they not get the kill, Morphling goes down, and the Sentry Ward, it gets rewarded. That goes horribly wrong. E-Wave misplays it a lot, also probably just getting overly aggressive, thinking the CM. The fact they dropped the Sentry Ward, he's probably thinking, oh, Sentry Ward is down, that means we can get the kill. All we need is a Frostbite, but the Frostbite was not in range. Things go terribly wrong. Absolutely terribly wrong, and now the 4-man sweep. They're going for this Templar Assassin, and the thing is, with Bat Rider here, Templar Assassin is not just hide and meld. Recently, it's been a hide and meld strategy. Oh, needs an ultimate. There we go. Ultimate comes off, and down will go Joven at the bottom lane. iDeal get a kill at top. On the Morphling as well. A hero who is farming so ridiculously well. Not to mention is that a kill on Morphling, but that gets Bounty Hunter up to level 6. That gives him a heap of gold, a heap of XP on a hero who is farming very, very well. And then they, meanwhile, are killing a Templar Assassin. They kill both of the main carries for the Sentinel team. Morphling, I mean, he's still got all that farm. He's still got his Treads ring of health. He doesn't lose a huge amount of gold, but he loses farming time, and he also loses XP game time. So he's going to start... Any death will make him fall behind slightly in terms of farm and XP, which is, as a free farming Morphling, just something, well, it's a mistake. I mean, obviously, he's still in this game. He's still ridiculously fast at this point in the game, but it was an unnecessary, pointless death. Puck keeping in towards the bottom lane, abandoning the mid lane. Oh, they're looking again top. Just looking for a push, in fact. They're not even sort of diving into this kill. They ran out of Sentry Wards, I imagine. Unless they bought themselves some more. They just want this tier 1 tower. The siege grip is there. They've got a Battery Ring as well. They've got the armor aura on. The tier 1 tower gets glyphed, but it's not going to keep it alive unless we see some TPs. And bottom lane, I think they're pretty set on going for a push on their own. They've got the Plague Wards up to level 3 now. The pushing power from iDeal is, it's not massive, but it's steady. They can take out the creep waves with the Plague Wards, then they can just keep it up. Keep on pushing. Keep on chipping away. Probably see some Arcane Boots picked up by ES or the Venomancer. At least one of them, maybe even both, in due time. Morphling just constantly being tracked up. Bounty Hunter. I like this. I was about to say, I feel like he's up against a trial lane and he can't really hold his own tower. He may as well roam towards the mid lane, gank the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin probably, I mean, it's one hero. If you see 2 heroes missing from bottom, like if you see ES and Venom missing, well then Templar Assassin thinks, crap, let's get out of here. I'm being ganked. But if the trial lane's at bottom pushing this tower, Templar Assassin's probably not thinking, crap, Bounty Hunter's about to gank me. He's probably thinking, Bounty Hunter's just hiding at top lane. That's sort of the mentality of Dota. That's how it kind of works. I mean, you're not expecting that solo Bounty Hunter to be there. You're expecting him to be sort of near his tower, getting farm and XP at the top lane. So it makes sense for Bounty Hunter to come and gank this mid lane if an opportunity arises. But instead, it's going to be Bat Rider swinging towards the top lane. Bounty Hunter cannot hold this on his own, and that's why they get the rotation. Crystal Maiden, salve up. Oh, this Fissure comes in. Perfect time here, and this is going to be the end of Crystal Maiden. Bat Rider doesn't want the CM, though. Bat Rider wants other heroes. He's tracked. He's getting the track gold from the CM. Not to track movement speed. Track gold does go to the ES as well as the Bounty Hunter. Maybe even the Bat Rider was in range. They're going to lose the Undying. Winner TP's in. Winner gets the kill. 2 kills going the way of iDeal. GGnet. They're off to a 4-1 kill lead. They haven't shut down the Morphling farm, but they have managed to slow it down as of late. He's going to get forced out of this lane. He needs to go find somewhere new to farm. Mid lane, Templar Assassin with no boots as of yet, just a Wraith Band. Don't even think he has a bottle up for his Bottle Crow action. I don't even know if he is Bottle Crowing at this rate. No, I don't think he is. I mean, they get double couriers and then they don't even use one to Bottle Crow. It's a lot of gold investment going into something that they don't use. It's one of those things where Bottle Crow is great. It's a fantastic strategy to use in a 1v1 matchup. Sometimes even for 1v2s or 1v3s, as long as you can get the bottle up so you can spam your nukes. If you're a windrunner against a Trillion, it's still good to Bottle Crow because you can spam your nukes. But as a Templar Assassin, if you're not farming, if you're getting shut down, Bottle Crow is useless because what do you get Bottle Crowing for? It's not going to help you farm, even when you're spamming Refraction, but you can't go in and get creep kills if you're up against a tri lane or a dual lane. And that's what happened. 3-4 heroes came to shut him down, so Bottle Crowing isn't going to help him really. And he picks up boots. He's not even going for the bottle. So they have this double courier, and that's bad news for iZone. They invested 400 gold into getting a second courier, which they're not even using properly. Now bottom lane. Uh-oh, Bounty Hunter. There's your rotation. Dreamcoil gets dropped. Maybe looking for a return kill. Oh, Fissure coming in. It could still be the end of Bounty Hunter. Orb out. Puck going to the high ground. He's been spotted constantly by the track. Bounty Hunter, will he go in? Pops the silence. As well as the decay. They dropped everything, and Bounty Hunter may have seen that. He may want to go for this puck. Nope, heal up, soul rip. That's how you do it. Oh, Fissure. Followed up by a phase shift. That could have been the opening Bounty Hunter was after. Not going to go for it, and I have to say, right decision. Does not want to go down here. Did not even have mana for it. Like he did. He just pops another Windwalk, I believe, that second. He finds a haste rune though. He's happy with himself. That's what he was after. He pops it right away just because he needs to use all those bottle charges. He'd love to hold out and use it where he could actually be hasted for longer, but right now he needs all the HP and money he can get. He's going to go right back towards the bottom lane, and iZone, they haven't got any wards up at the moment. That's the other big thing, is they've invested all this going to couriers. They're having a bad start. The cost is they don't get many wards up. And CM is even dewarding. The problem is dewarding, well, that's ward that's not going to observer wards, and what we stopped watching was the hasted Bounty Hunter. Note to self, note to other casters, do not keep your eye off a hasted Bounty Hunter. They tend to get killed, especially when they're hunting down heroes like Puck, who are very, very squishy and already low in HP. Bounty Hunter, when walked out, he's out of HP, out of mana. This is time to go back to Fountain, but Windrunner wants to just get this tomb. Actually, Bounty Hunter looks like he gets it. And we'll be hoping for a bottom rune, hoping for a bottom regen, crossing his fingers. It is about to spawn in 10 seconds now. And we will see the other iDeal heroes. Venoman to ES. Venom with Arcane Boots. ES, I guess, playing the hard support to some extent, or at least getting a lot less farm. Venoman's main to get Stum CS, 21 CS, thanks to the Plague Wards, and now Bat Rider. Gonna get this Templar Assassin. There's no hiding. Firefly is just the perfect counter. Blink Dagger is up. TF playing a fantastic Bat Rider so far, and iZone. I put my head in my hand and think, oh man, is this going to be another second place finish? These poor guys. iDeal though, they're a team who have worked damn hard and have come a long way though, so if anything, they are a worthy adversary. As we will see, iDeal, they pick up another kill. It's on KC, or Kel I should say, the captain. Meanwhile they do lose Bat Rider though. Bat Rider going down under the tower to the puck. Top lane Morphling, he's the hero to look out for. That's the thing. As long as Morphling's farming, which he is, 75 creep kills. He's only got the one death. I mean, you can sort of say, oh my gosh, Morphling died, he fed away a kill, but this is just one death. I mean, one death on a Morphling at 13 minutes with 75 creep kills, as well as the first blood. There's nothing bad about that as well. That's an insane amount of farm. So, sure, Morphling had one really stupid death, But the fact is, he is ridiculously farmed right now, and you have to watch out for him, because he's going to get up a pretty fast Lincoln Sphere at this rate. He's got trades, he's got perseverance, 1500 gold, we're just 13 minutes in, and now he's going to farm a big neutral stack. So this is going to get him even closer to that Lincoln Sphere, or at least the ultimate orb for now. And then the Lincoln Sphere coming up shortly after. And there we go, Eway picking up all that camp. He's got the HP, he's going to get salved up, get HP regen from the Perseverance. Salve up is enough, and they may even go for this kill. CM's coming around from behind, he's going to look to try to force out the winner. Winner being used, that means CM says, okay, time for me to come in, and this is going to be a kill, I believe. One more waveform will be needed, maybe. Oh, he's going to go for the revenge kill, power shot. It gets countered by Adaptive Strike, great play. BZ, is he going to actually get out of here? The right-click damage, if he lived, that Adaptive Strike almost, well, he did have regen from Perseverance, but he didn't have enough mana for another waveform right away, which could have almost allowed Winner to survive that one, but it doesn't do so. But CM goes down. CM dying for the team. This is what it's all about. It's all about the Morphling. If CM has to die to kill the Winner, well, it's still a good trade for iZone. Like, they come out on top there, but it's still like, well, it's a 2-on-1. Your CM shouldn't die there. Sure, it's a CM who's really squishy, but you're not expecting CM to die. Batrider going on Morphling. I don't know about this. Morphling waves out. He should be morphing to strength here. Morph to strength? Where is his morph strength? I'm shocked. Does he not have morph strength? Has he gone for full Adaptive Strike build? Morphling is level 9. Maybe he's gone full he had at least 1 point in Adaptive Strike. Has he not gone for morph stats? Oh my god. One of the first times I've not seen a Morphling go morph stats, and he pays for it there with his life, because he was not morphing any of his stats to strength, and that, I believe, is going to be costly. I mean, in situations like that, Batrider can just solo kill him if he doesn't have his morph. Puck takes a Shuriken, tries to phase shift a bit late on that one. Gonna always way back to base, as we will see Banyan unable to get the kill, although, ooh, CM looking like a juicy target. There'll be an immediate frostbite. The tomb is there as well, just level 3, but it's going to expire fairly soon as well, I imagine. Bounty Hunter coming in from the side, or at least looking maybe for the puck. He windwalks his way down. Oh, they're going for the kill here. Is this actually an attempt on the Templar Assassin? I believe it is. The problem is TPs can come in right away. There's a tier 2 tower here. They get the track off. We're going to need to see maybe a fissure soon. A lot of this damage is being blocked. The fissure block isn't there, and there's your TPs. This is why this was probably not the best laid plans of mice and men, but it will be a retreat coming from Bounty Hunter. Doesn't look like there's any sentries or dust at the moment. Bounty Hunter's actually going to maybe turn around. Doesn't want to go for this Templar Assassin. There is a refraction up. They go on the Dirge. Is the Tombstone going to be cast in time? Doesn't look like there will be. Bounty Hunter picks up the kill, and now we'll look for a next target. He has tracked up the Templar Assassin. Not going to go for any more kills, but picking up one kill, picks up kill, backs off now. One kill, get out. So far it's been a successful strategy. Morphling is free farming in the meantime. He's now picked up his second death though. He's got his ultimate orb, he's got 82 creep skills. He's still got great creep score, not to mention the first blood gold, but every death will add up a little bit, little by little. It's lost gold farming time, lost gold in itself as well as lost leveling time. And unless the rest of his team are doing really well in terms of farming items, it's something they can't afford happening. And right now, Windrunner, right now, the rest of his team not doing well at all. Templar Assassin, I mean, not farming well. Phase Boots, couple Wraith Bands, gone really for cheap, cost-effective items.
Town is under siege.
Hasn't even got a bottle. I'll mention it again. He's bottle crowing without a bottle. And by bottle crowing, I just mean they have 2 couriers, and only one person was actually bottle crowing. And I believe that person, who was that? Puck. Puck wasn't doing a massive amount of bottle crowing, I don't believe. It was just at mid lane, but we will see a Dagon being caught. Was that? I believe I saw a Dagon. Am I seeing things, guys? Is that Puck? Puck is a Dagon. Okay. Alright, Puck is a Dagon. Let's see what he can do with it. It's all on you, Paul. He did play a fantastic Puck last game. I'm not going to question him yet. We'll see how he does with this. If he can set up some big kills, there's going to be a lot of burst damage, which isn't coming from Templar Assassin. I mean, I think they were expecting the burst to come from Templar Assassin. What they weren't expecting was a big 2-hero shackle shot. Batrider goes flying in as well. Maybe look to try to get the Templar Assassin as well. ES drops the ultimate. Maybe hoping Batrider would commit to that, but they will get the Crystal Maiden as well. They didn't commit for the Templar Assassin. Maybe a Flame Break to send Templar Assassin flying into them, but hey, they get 2 kills. They're going to get a tier 2 tower out of this as well. The only downside is that Morphling, who is continuing to farm, also going to start chipping away to tier 1 tower. I don't think he should be able to get this with Windrunner there. Windrunner, speaking of, has a mech, I believe. Has enough gold for a mech at least. And uh-oh, bottom lane, double kill. Puck has gone in. There's your Dagon. Completely missed it. All I can say is it looks like the Dagon has paid off, and now Puck wants more. Wants the ES. Will he be able to get the ES here? Trying to orb, not going to actually hit. ES, TP out. Not enough burst damage, I don't think. Oh, there is! There is double kill for Linnea. 4 kills go. iZone GGnet's way. That's what they were after. They had a bad start. They were down 3 kills to 12. They turned it around. 4 straight unanswered kills. iZone find themselves some momentum. Find themselves some kills and just find themselves the opening they were after. Not to mention the entire time Morphling is farming. Morphling is getting up his Lincoln Sphere. He's got 2k gold. He can buy the Lincoln Sphere now. He can also start building, or at least thinking about his next big item. That was a huge fight for them. Linnea doing the damage, doing the damage. Double kill for Linnea, double kill for the puck.
A town is
Paul with the Dagon build. And now Blink Dagger is up. That's the big thing here. Blink Dagger being fought by Joven. Joven's turned it around.
A player's
He's
forces are under attack.
Very well seasoned veteran for these grand finals. Just not a seasoned victor here at the GEST IDC, and he'd love to become a victor today. He's played so well month in and month out. Viewers have loved watching him. I have loved watching him. He has put on a show time and time again, but so far unable to come out on top. And we're going to see whether or not iZone can do this. They're still slightly behind, at least in terms of kills. Towers as well. They haven't really managed to make much of a dent in terms of the map goes. iDeal have taken down both bottom towers as well as the mid tier 1. The top tier 1 is still down, whereas 2 towers, so 2 towers to 3, only a 1 tower advantage. One of those, of course, being a tier 2 tower, a bit more valuable, and there we go. They're looking at bottom. They want this Windrunner. They really want this Windrunner. Dreamcore being popped just for the solo kill. Windrunner not going to be enough to keep her alive. Dagon actually gets saved as well. They go in for this kill. Dagon being used, gets the Venomancer. Paul making great use of it. Double kill for Paul on the puck. That makes it 6 unanswered kills. Keep track of this, guys. 6 kills without an answer coming from iDeal. And now they look more. They may get this Bounty Hunter. Is there going to be enough damage? Is there going to be sentries or dust? That's the big thing I have to say. They have some AoE damage. VS pops an ultimate. Oh, Shuriken. Is this going to be enough? He's healing up somehow. Soul rips himself. They get the kill. Make it 7 unanswered kills. This was a 12-3 game. Now it's 12-10. iDeal falling apart at the seams. Everything going wrong. There's your kill. It's going to come, and it's going to come at a cost. They were not happy with that kill streak. Bounty Hunter was willing to do anything to turn things around. He suicides his life for a Crystal Maiden. I've got to say, while he did ruin the stats I was keeping track of, it was not a worthwhile trade for him. Oh my gosh, that is looking good for iZone all of a sudden. Can iZone do this? They're looking to make their mark here. 2k gold almost on E-Way, on the Morphling. Needs to be careful. Dirge does get caught out, does go down, wave in. The silence is there. Windrunner can't pop the Windrunner for now. Fissure going to help keep Windrunner alive. The mech as well, I believe, being popped. The mech is the thing that did keep Windrunner alive. Without that, it would have been a sure kill. And iZone walk away with a tower. Morphling actually back at mid now. Towers now suddenly looking very good, very favorable. In fact, iZone find themselves suddenly with a 4-3 tower lead. 2 towers in quick succession, not to mention 8 or 9 kills in quick succession. 8 kills to be exact.
The player's forces are under attack.
Batrider starting to build towards a BKB by the looks of things, and it is going to be top lane. They're heading towards the Linnea. Bounty Hunter leading the charge. He's got the scent. He wants to try get close, get the track off, and then have Batrider follow it up, or Windrunner follow it up with a shackle shot, or Batrider with a lasso. Templar Assassin is already back right off, knowing something's up, knowing something is fishy, and Mithril Hammer number 1 is up. I say number 1 because, well, it's probably going to be a second Mithril Hammer for a Desolator, or it could be a BKB. Generally for BKB, you pick up the Ogre Axe first because it does give you HP and survivability, but not always the case. It could be a BKB. I've got a feeling, though, this is going to be the aggressive play that we'd like to see from these Pinot teams, and we may be seeing a Desolator being built by Joven. He loves to get the kills. He loves to be flashy. He doesn't often think defensive and think survivability. He thinks, how can I get a kill? How can I make something spectacular happen? And it's going to come from the Desolator. That's where the burst damage is. They'll be relying less on this Puck Dagon then, which is probably a good thing. It means Puck now has got a Blink Dagger. He's not going to start leveling up the Dagon. He could, of course, but it is going to be a Blink Dagger. As we'll see where he wants to go from this. Maybe to start tanking up a bit. He's still looking pretty squishy just with 900 HP. one fissure, and he can get burst down very quickly by a right click followed up by a shuriken. I feel like that's, I mean, that alone, it will be enough damage, especially if you add something like a power shot. The ranged nukes, I mean, he can get fissured. If he doesn't phase shift it, well, he could just be straight up dead. Oh, blink lasso. This is a dead puck. This is what I mean. 900 HP, not enough. It looks like it was the shuriken that finished him off there, in between right clicks. The blink on the Batrider. This is how iDeal need to fight. Batrider blink in, lasso, pick one off, and then look to push. 5v4. Look for another setup. Fissure, followed up by a shackle shot. Look for a shackle shot initiation. There we go. Just throw shackle. It doesn't land, but hey, if it lands, maybe they have an initiation. Maybe they get themselves another kill. And they're just going to go for the tower. This is the big thing that matters. Another tower drops. This time it's on the iZone side dropping. iDeal pick themselves up the last tier 1 tower on the map. And they're looking for more blood. They're looking for more pickoffs. No Batrider ultimate up for 30 seconds. It's a low cooldown ultimate, but not that low. I believe it's similar to the Naga Siren ultimate level 3. Around 60 seconds, maybe 50, I believe. I think it gets as low as about 45 to 50 seconds. Wolfing at top, he's picked up an Eagle Horn. He's going for the Ethereal Blade. As I guess pretty much expected. I mean, unless you get the Manta style first. Last game we saw Joven going Lincoln's Manta into Ethereal Blade, but straight Ethereal Blade it's going to be for Iwe. And well, that burst damage is going to be pretty impressive from both Morphling, Templar Assassin, and the Puck. I mean, the Dagon on Puck, the Ethereal Blade on Morphling, the instant meld plus Desolator damage coming from the Templar Assassin, and well, that Desolator is going to be up very, very soon, a couple hundred gold away from it. Roshan though, I like this decision. iDeal need to make something happen. They need, it's a bit of additional gold and more important, a strategic Aegis that they can use to choose a fight using the Aegis. Bounty Hunter's picked up a Drum of Endurance, going pure sort of utility, get those team fight items up to boost up his movement speed, his team as well. But where does the damage come from? Well, for that, I don't know. I mean, it's all these heroes going utility. It's Batrider going a BKB, which is survivability. Bounty Hunter going for an aura. Windrunner going for a mech. I don't know where the damage is coming from. The later this game goes, I don't know how iDeal plan on winning it. Where is the damage? iZone, on the other hand, have clear sources of damage. Templar Assassin, Morphling, Puck. All three heroes pose a massive threat. Even Dirge, I mean, he's got no items, but a Tombstone in itself, in this mid-game scenario, is going to be really imposing. Batrider, this is the one thing iDeal can do, is look for those pickoffs, look for the blink ulti. He's not going to find it though. Puck, he's going to get chained down. Yes, he's the carry maybe. The big Echo Slam gets 2 kills. I questioned them. I said, where is the damage? And ES answered me with a massive Echo Slam. He didn't get the kills for himself. I believe he did get one of them. Yep, he got the kill on Paul. BZ finished off the other one. But it is 2 kills going the way of iDeal. Meanwhile, they've got to deal with a Morphling at top, who takes out another tier 2 tower, and he's now pressuring into the high ground, into the iDeal base. Going for the Venomancer. 1 or 2 more right clicks will deal the deal. Maybe an adaptive strike. He does do it. Rep gets out. He's A-OK. He's not going to get chained down. And, well, sources of damage. Here we go. Desolator finished on Templar Assassin. Roshan is going to get completed by iDeal, but look at this. They're giving Aegis to a winner, but this is a winner with just mech 4-star phase boost. Not to say winner is not farmed. This is a decently farmed winner, but there's no damage. There's no sheep stick yet. Maybe even an Orchid is the way to go. Orchid gives slightly better damage. The Orchid, the silence is longer. It does work well against a hero like Morphling to prevent him from morphing to strength or replicating out. I feel this could be a good game for an Orchid. Followed up by some damage items. I mean, you're looking MKB, Maelstrom, Crit. You need something to give you some damage when you're on it, especially now you've got this Aegis. They're relying on you, as well as this Bounty Hunter. I mean, Bounty Hunter is torn. Does he go for damage or does he go for BKB? He needs survivability, but at the same time, he wants to get some damage up. He needs both. He's going to find a Crystal Maiden, though, and that's, well, forget both those things. Right now, all he wants is his Crystal Maiden, and Crystal Maiden taking up some big neutrals. Ooh, there's track. I'm about to say, where's the track? Ethereal Blade shotgun. Well, sometime the best laid plans of mice and men do go awry, as a wise poet once said, and that was absolutely not quite the result that that iDeal were looking for. I'm gonna get these two teams mixed up time and time again, guys. Do bear with me. iDeal, iZone, both sponsored by Gigabyte, both playing in the grand finals. It is a tongue twister, and oh man,
the player's forces are under attack.
Earthshaker Windrun just trying to get some farm up. Yes, he's got the blink, but is it going to be enough to fight against such powerful late game heroes with Morphling? BKB will probably be coming up next. on this Templar Assassin, who's about to hit level 16. And now, tower by tower, I think iZone can feel they are the ones with the advantage now. They can press the advantage. They can look to get further and further ahead. They can look to seal the deal. It is going to be hard pushing into Venomancer, Plague Wards, among other spamming spells like the ES Fissure plus the winner of Power Shot. It's an annoying combo. Smoke actually gets popped. Oh, Smoke gets popped. I think they saw it. They back off immediately. They saw it. Winner, it was scouted by the Puck Orb. Puck Orb had vision, and then Winner suddenly went invis. I'm pretty sure they saw the smoke, although actually no, CM. Seeing a no man's land, maybe CM did not get the memo. Track, couple right clicks, Frostbite getting cast, and that's going to be the end of the Crystal Main. Dust getting popped as well. Just monumentary dust, nothing going to come of it, although maybe hoping that his team would be able to find an opening. They have already backed right off now. Puck, where's he going now? He's picked up a gem. Not his own, I'm wondering. Must have been this one of the supports who probably bought it though. It is the kind of this bounty hunter who's picked up a mithril hammer. Well, as far as going survivability or damage, this is pretty much as much as you can sit on the fence. He hasn't really decided, well, maybe he's decided, but he hasn't shown us. It could be a Desolator, it could be a BKB. We mentioned with the Templar Assassin, you normally go for the Overaxe first if you're going BKB, but BH, I mean, you can do with the plus damage. Templar Assassin has plenty of plus damage coming from Refract and Meld. You don't need a mere, what, plus 30 damage? Plus 24 damage. I mean, that's not saying Templar Assassin needs. Bounty Hunter can slightly benefit from it. He's also got the crit, which will amplify that plus damage. So it could still be a BKB. Not to mention it's the more expensive component, but we'll see soon. If he buys another Mithril Hammer, we're going to be seeing a Desolator. He's going for the pure DPS, and they need DPS. They've got the Great Initiation from Bat, who's got a BKB Blink now. He's about to hit level 16, get the level 3 Lasso up. They need some damage to finish off whoever gets Lassoed, and that could be one of these key heroes. Templar Assassin may get Lassoed, Morphling maybe even, if they can break the Linkage. So BH needs the damage to finish off whoever it is, so I feel this is a time to go all out. This is your Grand Finals game number 3. I said at the start, go big or go home. And BH needs to do that. He needs to get some serious damage on him, and Desolator is the way to do that. They can't leave anything at the door, and that means taking risks, especially in the Grand Finals. I mean, not with the picks and bans. They go with what they feel safe with. BH a bit of a fringe pick, but they were kind of forced into it. They didn't have any of their comfort heroes left in the pool. And now it is going to be a march towards the middle lane. But the problem is the entire time iZone, they just farm up. They're looking to get their next line of items up. Dirge, just tank up however he can. Planewalker's Cloak, couple braces. CM, same story, couple braces. More dust, more sentries. They don't really need too many sentries and dust anymore though, because they do have the gem up. Speaking of getting more items up, Morphling, Ultimate Orb, Manta Style, coming up next I imagine, or possibly a Skadi. Both items very viable on Morphling, both will offer different things, but both very, very viable and very potent items for a late game scenario, and Crystal Main will see a replicate of her being made. Morphling probably just wanting to have one up on the map just for the security, just so he can escape. Should he want to go suicide in for a kill? Well, it's not really suicide in if you're going to get out. Just in case he wants to go diving in for a kill with his Ethereal Blade, he can morph all this to agility, go in for a kill, and then replicate out to his illusion, although his illusion is going to go scout things out. There's the Venomancer Plague Wards. Going to do some right-click damage. Well, should be a bit obvious that's an illusion to go ramboing in like that. I think they're not expecting it to be a real Crystal Main. Oh, they've gone in, they found Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter get waved down, he gets nuked down. Morphling. It is E-Way, the Blink, the ES Ultimate. Can they finish off Morphling? That's where the replicate's for. He gets out, he goes to his CM replicate. CM gets left to hang. And we will see CM drop for her efforts. But hey, CM for a Bounty Hunter, and look at this. Bounty Hunter, where is your next big item? That is not going big or going home. That is buying back for no actual gain. They're not getting any kills, any teamfights as a result of this. They may still yet, but I feel this was a wasted buyback. Batrider really wants to find an opening. They know BH just bought back at the fissure. It lands. I believe there must have been a blink fissure. The Lasso will get the Dirge, and now BKB even being popped. I'm not sure about the BKB use there. I don't think he actually needed it. There was no stuns there. Dirge wasn't going to do anything except maybe decay him to steal some strength, but no need to pop BKB, but iDeal. They're looking flustered. They look to be in a panic here.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh no, things are looking good for iZone there. I mean, I say looking good as they lose their Dirge. That just goes to show the position they're in. They're farming all across the map. They're not worried about team fighting. They're looking at this mark here, the gold. Templar Assassin, 4k gold almost. That's your BKB. He's going to probably sell the Wraith Band or the Magic Wand, and there's your BKB. They're looking at this, 2k gold up on Morphling. That's going to be his Yasha, and then his Manta Style coming very, very soon. Possibly even another Ultimate Orb with the Skadi. Whereas iDeal, what have they got to look at? 84 gold on Batrider. He's just picked up a BKB, but I say just. That was a couple minutes ago. He hasn't been farming. None of these heroes are farming. ES is 1k gold, but he's not. I mean, he can get up an Ag Scepter. He can get some boost up the damage from his ultimate, get a refresher or something. But it's still magic damage. It's still not carry potential. Unless you're going something like Dendi does. Get the crit on Earthshaker. Enchant Totem into a crit. But we're not going to be seeing that here, guys. ES is too poor for that. He picks up a point booster, gives him some survivability. This is a hero who needs to get some farm. This is the one hero who doesn't farm all that well, but with farm can do some damage. Windrunner, 1600 gold. Ultimate Orb is up. It's going to be a Sheepstick build, but still, well, 2k gold away from a Sheepstick. And that's a long 2k. During that time, Morphling, before that comes up, Morphling has a new item. Templar Assassin, BKB, I believe. Yep, BKB is up. Sold the Wraith Band. And now the push is on. The replicant is there. It's just it's not real. Jack, I believe, actually, yep, took off the Lincoln Sphere. It does give the opportunity for Batrider to go blinking in. Bounty Hunter can say, okay, Lincoln's is down for 20 seconds, whatever it is. 10 more seconds. They have to go soon. It's going to be up by the time they do try and engage here. They may even try shotgun down this Morphling. Ethereal Blade, Adaptive Strike. They're not going to go all in for the kill, but hey, that's half of Windrunner's HP, and there we go. Lasso is on the Dirge. That's a nice hero to take down because it means the Tombstone won't be coming into play. He does get it off though, just in time. They may want to focus it down. BKB popped by Templar Assassin. Windrunner in the middle of things does go down. Does have the Aegis here. And it looks like both teams will back off. The only loss has been the Undying. Well, the only actual pure hero loss. There has been a second loss. ES, Blink, Ultimate, Morphling. Is there enough burst damage? He's morphing to strength. He's going to be okay. He waves on out. Templar Assassin very low. Not sure if Templar Assassin will survive this one. Shackle shot. Great shackle shot. It's not going to be enough. Oh, E-Way. He takes out SD. He's getting kill after kill, even with it being on such low HP. He waves out, avoids the ES. 2 for 3 trade though. iDeal still slightly on top of this one. They still want this Morphling, but Morphling's still got a waveform. Still got stats to morph. And he's not going to go down. It was a 3 for 3 if we include the Aegis. Neither team with a clear advantage following that team fight. Game number 3 of this grand finals, guys. It is tense. It is going down to the wire. As we will see Puck pushing out this mid lane. Is he leveling up this dagger? No, he's got 2k gold, so he hasn't managed to have enough gold for his next big item. He's up to 2k. I mean, this is what? Maybe Boots of Travel? Maybe a 4-star? He will have to free up a slot, which will probably come from selling his magic wand, unless he buys Boots of Travel, which frees up a slot, also gets him a new big item. So if he gets Boots of Travel, he can then start thinking about his next big item. But I think what we'll see is maybe selling this magic wand, getting something like a 4-star, even a Necro Book could help out his team. As right now, iZone looking to just, I mean, they're looking to take this as late as possible. There's no real other way of putting it. They're content to go late game. They don't care if the Dirge gets picked off here and there. Dirge is 0 and 8. This Dirge is a non-factor, but hey, it doesn't matter. CM 0 and 8. CM doesn't matter. What matters is the Morphling. The Templar Assassin as well. They need some disables though. They need some lockdown. Otherwise, Templar Assassin will struggle to get the kills. The 4-star, that right as well with the 4-star now, and just the mobility of heroes like Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter, we speculated earlier, Desolator or BKB. He's gone the safe option. He's gone for the BKB. Disappointing, but I understand he needs survivability. And speaking of survivability, the Venomancer has none. The shotgun down, coming from the Morphling. Morphling now trying to just fight for his life. Blink in from the Templar Assassin. Doesn't get the BKB off, which means he will get stunned up. Will slow down his advances. No more nukes coming from the ES, and Morphling still very low. Still morphing stats, still morphing. Power shot not doing enough damage. He's up to about 400 HP. He's running out of, he's got no stats left to morph, so this is it. He's on 450 HP. He can't increase that further by morphing. This plus 99 agility cannot be morphed. That is stuck on agility. But he is going to be okay. There's no follow-up damage. There's nothing else left in the tank to get him. And we're going to see just the one casualty, just the Venomancer. What is Venomancer? Venomancer with a hood and a Vanguard. So much farm on him. I didn't even realize this Venomancer is actually ridiculously farmed. He's got great items to have considering what the Morphling's got. I mean, I'm surprised slightly that the Morphling kills him with Vanguard and hood. I mean, it does reduce a lot of that shotgun damage. Raw HP as well. All really nice, but proves to not be enough. Not be enough, and Morphling just getting more and more items, getting bigger and bigger. iDeal really on the edge of the rope here. And they are balancing to stay on for dear life. This is game 3. This is do or die.
A player's
Puck.
forces are under attack.
What has he bought? He's bought a mech. Okay, I'm about to say, I'm looking right at it. I like this pickup. I mean, Force Up is great in terms of utility and survivability, but mech gives his whole team a nice little heal, and that's something that they were lacking. Something maybe you'd expect. Maybe Dirge could have got into his farming goal. He could have gone for Arcane Boots and mech, but he's had a miserable time. He's 0 and 8. Similar story with the Crystal Main. I mean, Crystal Main you kind of expect that with, but Dirge, even a support Dirge, you want to get a bit of farm on. That's like we've seen. This is a support Venomancer, to put it in perspective. Up has played support, but he's got Arcane Vanguard Hood. He's probably got some 63 CS. I mean, the Plague Ward push, getting himself maybe some Tower Gold as well as just creep kills has really added up. Now the Ancient, ES as well. Even Big Farm and ES, that's the one difference, guys. I mean, I keep saying iZone are the ones ahead, but looking at the support heroes, iDeal are actually still in this game. If anything, this game is still very much in the balance. Having underfarmed support heroes in the late game is a real liability.
Are under attack.
CM and Undying are just going to instantly die in all these fights, whereas if you look at Venomancer, he can tank it up. I mean, he's got 1200 HP, it's not massive, but he's got a Vanguard, he's got a Hood, he can maybe get up a pipe. ES has a Blink, half of an Aghanim Scepter, he's up to 1600 HP. These heroes can have major contributions. Veno ulti, ES Blink ulti, there's huge AoE damage potential, whereas you look at CM, Squishy, Food, will instantly die. Dirge, 1200 HP, well hey, it's the same as a Venomancer. Venomancer's got a complete Hood though, also the damage block from Vanguard. I feel Undying is still going to be Food. And here we go, the smoke gate, they're really looking for something. Oh, Batrider trying to find anyone, it's going to be the Morphling, can they get him? There's a Replicate up, he's going to try a Replicate out, it is a Dirge, is he going to get out in time? He doesn't, there's a Sheepstick, Windrunner suits up a Sheepstick, ES even dropping the ultimate. That's how much they really wanted that kill, immediate buyback, and I've got to say, I may have analyzed this game all wrong. I think I have. It's anyone's game right now. This is anyone's game. iZone are not really leading at this point. They do have a gem. They do have ways of killing heroes. They're not going to be able to kill the Bounty Hunter, who has picked up the safer option, the BKB. And, well, I mean, this goes longer. Bounty Hunter will get another damage item. We'll see even heroes like Batrider pick up, well, he's going for what? A Necro Book? Maybe a Yule Scepter? I was about to say he could pick up something like a Shiva's Guard, but hey, this is a nice little pickup. This is what iZone want, though. Their Aegis has no cheese yet. This is just the second Roshan, but this is what iDeal do not want to see, is Roshan going down. They'll scout it out fairly quickly. I believe they already have. Ward actually will manage to find them. And a Replicate going to go charging in. They want to just kill that off. It's annoying scouting vision that the other team are getting. Puck goes in with the silence. Batrider, he lassos the Morphling. He's morphing to strength. Luckily that will keep him alive a bit longer, but is the burst damage going to be enough? He replicates nowhere. Manta style being popped. He's already used buyback. He waves away. Oh, he's still alive. Anyway, how is he still alive? The burst damage isn't going to be enough. It will be. He goes down. Aegis for Templar Assassin. It's all up to Templar Assassin now. Morphling is dead. 80 seconds. iDeal Gigabyte. Can they do this? Bounty Hunter still alive. On the edge of my seat, I imagine he is as well. He's trying to go in there, trying to do some more damage. Dirge, he's tracked up, they've got vision of him, but they can't kill him off. Soul rips himself, double kill. It's of all the heroes to get it, it's